Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
I'm through with taking falls. I'm bouncing off the walls. Without that gun, I'd have some fun. I'd kick you in the...
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the, what is this, the 11th episode of Saturday Night at the Movies podcast.
Dang, it's been that long.
It's been that long. 11 long weeks having to deal with these knuckleheads. I'm kidding. I love you guys.
Sure.
Oh, so what have you guys been up to?
Just working. Working.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Seeing society implode one day at a time.
Right. So, Kate, what have you been watching?
Don't start with me.
Don't start. Brian, what have you been watching?
Okay, so I decided to catch up on Joe Bob. One of the films he was showing was the very controversial Cannibal Holocaust.
Turtle soup.
Turtle soup, yes. I could see the issues with it, with the animal cruelties and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the movie itself isn't bad.
Right. Yeah, it's actually, it's a good movie. Just the animal scenes throw a lot of people off.
Yes. So
I just closed my eyes and was told Eric, just tell me when it's over.
I forget what the name of it is, but there's actually a cut of the movie with all the animal cruelty scenes removed.
Yeah, they said that there's like a million different cuts of the movie.
Yeah.
That they don't even know like what's in circulation or anything.
Yeah, there's a bunch, but there's one that has all of the animal cruelty scenes removed.
Yeah, so it is on Shudder. I will say the one thing I do like about it, because for the people that do have issues with the movie, they have it to where you could just listen to Joe Bob's commentary by itself. And a whole different thing. You don't have to watch the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
So I like that they did that. From there, I kept the Joe Bob train rolling. He showed Mayhem, which I love. I think it's a fun movie.
Mayhem
Probably
with Stephen Yeun?
Yeah, him
Okay.
and Samara Weaving.
Right.
So I think that and the Belko Experiment came out at the same time. And
no, I don't think so. Belko Experiments from like 2017.
Yeah, so is Mayhem.
Mayhem's from 2017 too.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's that old already.
I didn't realize it was that old. I thought it was like last year.
No. So, but it's a fun movie. So, like, for those that do have rage with work and everything, definitely, just kick back and have a beer and watch this. It's a fun movie. And it's probably one of, I forgot the director's name.
Joe Lynch?
Yes, thank you. Joe Lynch. It's probably his best movie that he's done.
I like him a lot.
After that, they showed a really weird Japanese movie called Tetsu the Iron Man.
Oh, Tetsu, yeah.
And I honestly have no idea what the hell is going on in the movie. Like I know Arrow just put out the entire set for the director.
Mm-hmm.
And just like sitting down and watching it. The movie's not even that long, but you literally have no idea what the hell is going on. So I don't know if I would recommend it just for that purpose. From there, caught a movie called 1990 The Bronx Warriors, which is pretty much an Italian take on the Warriors meets Escape from New York. So it's from the same people that did The Great Shark and the Killer Crocodile movies.
Okay.
That alone tells you like the type of movie it is. But it did have a pretty decent cast. Vic Morrow was in as the villain. Had Fred Williamson in there. I think it's still on Shudder right now, and then I think it's on Amazon and Tubi. And the last one I got, we sat down and watched Just Mercy the other night. And that one, very tough subject, I guess, with everything going on in today's world. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely one I think people should watch just because of how powerful the movie itself is. So that has Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan and Brie Larson. And essentially the story is about a man who is wrongfully arrested and convicted for a murder he didn't commit in Alabama. And Brian Jordan plays the lawyer who's trying to get him out of jail. Yeah, that's what I got.
Cool. So I have, I've been really busy, so I haven't had much time to watch anything. But I did watch National Security with Martin Lawrence. And wow, it applied to a lot that was going on. We're watching this and we're like, I don't know if this is the right movie for this time, but it's a comedy. And actually, I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And then other than that, just been watching sitcom stuff or Expedition Unknown, which is one of my favorite TV shows with Josh Gates. But haven't really had time to watch anything else.
I haven't watched a lot myself. Again, I've been trying to pick up my YouTube channel again a little bit, so I've been devoting a lot of time to that, but I did get 3 in this week. I watched the 80s classic with Weird Al Yankovic, UHF. Love that movie. This morning, I watched Victor Crowley, because why the hell not? And then the other day, I watched a little indie film from Indiana called Scarecrow County. I was really excited for it because I like Scarecrow movies. This was so bad. The acting was bad, which is, I mean, it's an indie film, so I don't care about that, really. I don't. But the acting was bad. All the kills were off screen. There was no blood in the movie at all. It literally seems like it was a made-for-cable movie or made-for-TV movie. But the worst part of it all is it was fucking boring.
How boring was it?
Almost as boring as Hereditary.
Oh, wow. Them fighting words.
Almost. There's nothing quite that boring.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel there, Daryl.
Oh, if we ever do a Hereditary episode, it's fucking on.
All right. Note to self. Pick Hereditary.
I fucking hate you.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie, Daryl. Sometimes I feel like I pick things just to
see how he reacts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then we'll see what happens next week, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm sorry if you're getting weird audio. My cat decided to purr into the microphone.
I just heard it now.
Yeah. She hears me on the phone and goes nuts.
You were going to say something, Brian?
Yeah, so I was reading some news because the theaters, I guess, are slowly starting to open one by one. I think ours is set for the end of this month, I think. I could be wrong. Because they really want to get it open for Christopher Nolan's movie. Because you don't tell that man to push back a movie.
Yes, I do. Watch me.
But
I'll tell him to his face. I don't care.
The one thing I was reading were about these drive-ins. And we had talked last episode about The Wretched. And over this past weekend, it surpassed the $1 million marker at the drive-ins.
That's awesome.
Which I think is great because I don't see this movie getting released otherwise. Had theaters, been open by now. No theater is going to pick that up. So to see that, and then there's a new one that came out called Becky that is close to $200,000 for an opening weekend.
At drive-ins only?
At drive-ins only.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. And Becky is one I really want to see. It has Kevin James as the villain, as like a neo-Nazi type villain, and as Lulu Wilson, who is kind of like a Kevin McAllister type character. And the trailer looked pretty brutal, so I'm hoping it's good.
So do we want to just... Midnight Movie Madness, I guess?
Yeah, don't forget it like I did.
Yeah. My for this week is it's supposedly 1986, but it's actually 2011. It says shot on video film, super, super low budget, can't be more than a few $100s. But it's a Halloween slasher movie called Death-O-Lantern, directed by Chris Seaver, who's probably best known for his Mulva films and Sex Squatch.
Man,
I typically don't like his films, but I actually really enjoyed Death-O-Lantern. And if you want to grab it, to my knowledge, the only place to get it is at sovhorror.com.
Which, if you Google it, it's the very first thing that comes up.
What if you Google Death-O-Lantern?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much was it?
I think the normal price on it's like $13. I got it when they were having a sale, and I picked up four I picked up four of their movies for $8 each.
Oh, that's not bad.
No. It is short though. It's only like 40 minutes long, so you have to think about that too. Like when you're spending $13 on a short.
Yeah, it seems kind of high for a short.
But at the same time,
45 minutes.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, you are supporting indie film.
This is also true.
You're supporting indie film on a teeny tiny boutique label, because this label only has like 12 releases.
Oh, hey, Clint Kelly is in that, who is a cinematographer, and he has done cinematography for Ouija Mummy, which was the first movie that I did voice acting in.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, he works with Dustin Hubbard a lot on other stuff as well. So I was like, wait a second, I recognize that name. So I went in there. Yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah, he did Slimoids, or cinematography for Slimoids, I think Ouija Mummy, and then the Necroplasmic Massacre.
I've heard of Slimoids and Necroplasmic Massacre. I haven't seen them, but I've heard of them.
Yeah, so actually, right before we're getting on here, Dustin messaged me that there may be some news on Ouija Mummy, so I don't know what it'll be, but hopefully good.
Cool.
You've been filming a lot of stuff.
Been trying. It's kind of hard right now, but being recently, in filming with Sean Donahue, and then doing Joel Wynkoop's movie too.
Yeah, I've been seeing Sean sharing a lot of stuff about his.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that.
That was a lot of fun. And I didn't know two of the girls, but I met them there. But I love Sushi. Her and I get along really well. And those two were actually friends of Sushi as well, so they were really awesome too.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the Gator Blood, that's like a family.
It is very much so. Everybody, is really chill, and we all get along. And now it's I know these people, get to work with them, and hopefully, in more projects later on. But yeah, we especially in Desquart 3, Katie and I became really close too. I love that girl. That was a lot of fun. We goofed off. Like when we weren't on set, we were just goofing off in the background.
So some things never change.
Of course, exactly.
So the Campbell movie, is that the one with Jill in it?
Can
you not talk about it? You could say you can't talk about it.
I don't know how much I can say on things.
Well, you already shared it on your social media, so. But I didn't know if that was the exact one.
Certain things. Well, and I think things kind of came out too. Like, I don't think certain things were supposed to be posted, but I don't know. So I just asked if I could share the photo and was told yes. So.
Oh, all right. Well, whenever that comes out, you got
which no ETA at the time.
Yeah, I know. Yep. But you gotta at least let us know. That way we could get it support indie film and cover it on the show.
Well, I follow
Exactly.
damn near everybody on Gator Blade. I'll know when it's going to be coming out.
And I'll know because you guys will tell me.
I mean, I play pool on Facebook with Bob.
That's because Bob does sit online a lot. He sends me random cat videos all day long. And then everywhere sprinkled in the midst of there is some hot chick. I love him.
I think I've seen Bob's dick almost as much as my own.
Well, we always say that Bob's dick needs its own credit in every movie. I mean, it's shown pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? Good on him for being that age and having absolutely no issues with showing it.
Yeah, he literally does not give two shits about anything with that. Like, he doesn't care what people think or whatever. And the man is pretty awesome. He's been in a lot, actually. He's been in episodes of like Miami Vice and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He actually has Crockett come up to him and talk to him because he was going to go assassinate somebody. So we actually were watching, we had just watched the episode, and then Bob came over and was like, hey, I was in an episode. And he told us, and we were like, wait, we just watched that. So we had to go back and rewind it, and you can actually see him standing there, and like you could tell it's him. Like once you know, you're like, oh yeah, that's young Bob.
That's awesome.
But yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Some interesting territory considering the movie we're covering, and we're talking about Bob Glazer's dick.
I know. Trying to make it somewhat family friendly, but not really.
Yeah,
you can't with this group.
No.
Nope.
There's no way. You just put a disclaimer. Skip ahead to where we talk about the movie.
Oh, every episode I just put as explicit because I already know. Like, yeah, just.
And when I put them on YouTube, I put them as not for kids.
Which, yeah, because you can get sued.
It can be like a $25,000 fine if they want to press the issue.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Per video.
Yep.
So
Can
we
you
ready to
still
talk
hear
about
her?
the movie, or we still got more news, Brian?
No more news.
Okay.
I just want to give a big shout out to our girl Christy. Nightmare Toys is open for business.
Yep.
She is already kicking ass and taking names out there in Vegas. Couldn't be more proud of her. And Philip, of course, can't leave Philip.
Of course not.
So I'm excited to see what the future holds for them. So
franchises,
yes. And we haven't. I guess we have posted it, but we're going to be doing a watch party in the immediate future, and we have some prizes and giveaway stuff from Nightmare Toys. So,
yep.
We'll once we figure out the movies for that, we will get it posted. I have an idea for the first movie, but second movie is kind of like up in the air.
Let's jump into the movie then. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the 1988 Robert Zemeckis film, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, starring Bob Hoskins, Charles Fleischer, Christopher Lloyd, and an uncredited Kathleen Turner. Kate, what was your first experience with Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
So it was when I was younger. I don't remember specifically like when I watched it, but I do remember, I think we were at someone's house, and I think we were watching it, and my mom was not happy.
Well, I imagine not.
Whoa. You actually saw something as a kid. Hold on.
I know. End of the world. I can remember watching that, and then I can remember watching Gremlins for the first time. Like, I can't remember watching a lot of the movies for the first time because, yeah.
I saw Gremlins in the theater because I'm old.
I did not.
Well, you weren't alive.
No.
I can technically say I've seen Gremlins in the theater, just not its original release.
Opening weekend?
Not opening weekend.
I saw opening weekend. Brian, what was your first experience? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kate.
Oh no, yeah, I was just saying my mom was not happy.
I mean, given the content and knowing your background, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brian, what was your first experience with Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
You know, I was a kid. I couldn't tell you when I first saw it. I remember having it on VHS as a kid growing up, probably because of the cartoons. That was probably my only leeway into it. But yeah, like watching it back now, I'm just like, holy crap, this is so violent.
Yeah.
Like how is this okay with a PG?
It's violent. It's actually very sexual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess there's on the VHS cut when the scene where Jessica and Eddie end up crashing into the light post from when they skid. If you like frame it like section by section.
Oh yeah, you can see Jessica. You can see Jessica's badge. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see her badge.
Yeah.
And same way, if you do it frame by frame, you can see Bugs Bunny giving Mickey the finger during the parachute scene.
Gotta love animators, man.
All
that pent-up anger.
Man, this movie was so violent.
I didn't see it in the theater, but I saw it within a year or two of like it, getting a video release. I saw it sometime shortly after that, and I enjoyed it. And like even at 15 or 14, I didn't totally understand it. Like I didn't totally see it the way I see it now. Like when I see it now, I see a lot of classism stuff in there that you don't like unless you're really sitting there watching it analytically. You're just, if you're just watching it to enjoy it, there's a lot of stuff you miss. Like I look at the movie now as at least the first act as an allegory for classism.
Well, it is. I mean, they kind of pretty much, shove that portion at least in your face.
But I mean, even down to the point that like, if you look at like the blacks in the 30s and 40s, they didn't have well-paying jobs unless they were entertainers. And it's kind of the same way with the Toons. Unless entertainers, they just kind of exist, or they have to fill jobs that the humans don't want. Yeah,
I would say there was a lot of Toon discrimination.
Yes,
like watching it now, to where the whole point is we're killing off these Toons, and I'm just like, huh.
And then, like, if you really think about it, like the whole Toontown thing, it's all fucked up. Like, these Toons don't even exist. They aren't even alive until someone creates them.
Yeah.
They don't create, they don't procreate. They're drawn into existence.
Well, and even, with Jessica Rabbit saying that, she was just drawn that way. Having no control over the situation or what's going on.
Right. And then, like whenever they're drawn, they're just like, they have certain character instincts that they can't control, like the whole shaving a haircut 2 bits thing. When they hear the shaving a haircut, they have to finish it. They can't resist. It's just a natural thing to them. Or Roger only being able to escape from the handcuffs when it's funny. Maybe he really can only escape when it's funny. Maybe if it's
and they even talk. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, maybe if it's convenient or necessary, he can't unless it becomes a funny situation.
Well, that's what they talk about in the beginning, too, talking about the Toons that you can do whatever you want. Essentially, they can, have whatever dropped on their head. It doesn't matter because they get up and keep going.
But that doesn't mean they're not going to have psychological trauma from it.
Well, that's what he says, but if you break their heart.
Well, and that's the funny thing, because this was based on a series of books. And the difference was with the book, the Toons can get killed just like people. And it's only their doppelgangers that were able to take all the like heavy hitting and stunts and everything. Because they had like 48 hours to live or something. So the whole book was Roger ends up being killed, and his doppelganger ends up going to the detective to find out who's the one that killed him.
That's interesting. I mean, that's like most Hollywood, though, where they take portions of it and mash it together to create something different.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Disney, or well, who was it, Touchstone, who was owned by Disney.
Right.
I don't think they wanted to go around killing tunes, which I guess in the end they did.
They killed Bambi's mom.
Well, I mean in this movie, but I mean they end up killing the slipper, which when Judge pulls the glove up, it's all like dripping red, which I'm guessing it was supposed to be the tune's blood or something.
No, it was the paint from the because it was a red shoe.
Yeah, but I mean the entire shoe.
I mean, it's symbolic of blood, yes.
Blood. But... And then you had the weasels that were pretty much gangsters. We'll call them like they are. They were the 1950s gangsters.
Yeah, the noir gangsters.
Noir gangsters, and they're smoking and shooting, and then all them get killed, and which I mean, I guess some of them died laughing, and then except for the main one who ends up getting kicked in the balls in the
dip.
Dip.
The dip. It was acid. Let's be real. It was toxic waste.
Well, what's funny is like the dip with the three components of dip are all paint thinners. So even in real life, that could really be used to erase a cartoon. Yeah, I did research for once. I didn't just watch a movie and enjoy it.
Wow.
I did like extensive research on the social commentary behind it because I was watching. I was like, wow, this is really fucked up and really kind of relevant to the world in general.
Mm-hmm. Even today, a lot of the social commentaries like still stand true, which
especially right now.
Yeah, I mean,
with everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this was the only time, which is kind of hard to believe. Some that was made in the 80s still hasn't happened. I guess until whenever the sequel comes out. But it was the only time Warner Brothers characters, Disney characters, share the same screen, and it was only because they were set up in pairs to where they had the same time frame.
And apparently the licensing rights was a fucking nightmare, and that's why it's never happened again.
Well,
I'm sure. I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was supposedly the sequel, the long-awaited sequel, is supposed to come out in a couple of years, if it comes out.
I'll believe it when it happens.
Yeah.
I won't believe it when they say, okay, it's in production. I'll believe it when it's on screens.
So I think with nowadays, I think Disney would probably release it here in the States, and then Warner Brothers would release it overseas. And that's how I think they would have to split it up.
Or they just have to do a certain split on the profits.
Yeah, but Disney's greedy as fuck.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know
they are. They're going to want more than 50%.
I mean, we saw what happened with
Spider-Man.
God, yes.
It's sad when like the own actor is just like, I'm done. If you guys can't figure this stuff out, I don't want to be a part of it anymore.
Yeah.
And then they figured it out.
Because Disney finally realized that 30% of a lot of money is better than 0% of no money.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and they had to be... Disney is a freaking child about it. They throw temper tantrums if they don't get their way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
and yet I still
this sad thing. It wasn't even Disney though. It was Sony. Like, Disney just wanted the merchandise. That was it.
No, they didn't. They wanted the merchandise and 50% of the box office.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I read it pretty much just came down to the merchandise. They wanted the toys. They didn't care about the box office.
No, they wanted both.
Because they would still have the license to use them in the other movies outside of his standalones. And that's pretty much what it came down to. Sony wasn't willing to allow them to use them in like other Marvel movies.
Well, now they've got them for what, 3 more at least?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's 3 until it's time to renegotiate again.
Yeah, I think I'll probably end up whatever the next Avengers movie is.
Probably.
Which, from what I'm hearing, is Avengers versus X-Men or something.
Still waiting for an X-Force movie.
Not going to happen.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't make up these rules.
It's going to happen.
I'm waiting for a Deadpool 3. Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm waiting for that too. Obviously.
That'll happen because that's a easy moneymaker right there.
Yeah.
Oh no. Supposedly there's the Weapons X movie coming out, which would be the introduction to Wolverine.
X-23.
But I guess all the X-Men characters, from what I guess has been said, it's not going to be your traditional X-Men that Fox did. They want the Fox movies to kind of die in a hurry.
I figured.
I mean, I don't know.
It'll be the same characters, won't be the same actors.
I think the only one that'd stay the same is Hugh Jackman.
Thought he was done.
That's what he said, but then I guess...
Then again, he said that like 3 times.
Yeah, I would say Marvel, I guess, offered him a lot of money to do 3 more.
I would say money is a very persuasive thing.
This is true.
Because I would say they wanted to do Weapon X, and then they wanted to have him for Deadpool 3, and then they wanted to do a Wolverine versus Hulk.
We do need that storyline.
So, who knows? Maybe things will happen with Roger.
Maybe. I doubt it.
Possibly.
The only way I see that happening is if Disney buys Warner Brothers.
I don't even see that happening.
Yeah, it says 2022.
Yeah, I remember whenever it said 1995. So, like I said, I'll believe it when it actually happens.
Yeah, it was kind of like that whole Batman vs Superman. We're like, yeah, it's whatever. Kind of like, I remember at one point, Wolfgang Peterson was attached, like in the 90s, to do it, and then that never happened.
I remember when ET2 was supposed to happen.
ET Van Home. I mean, to be fair, there is a fake trailer online for ET2.
For ET?
Yeah, for ET2, where Elliot and Drew Barrymore's Gertie, like they're adults now, and ET's race pretty much comes to attack Earth.
Can't blame them.
And who is it? Morgan Freeman was the president.
Oh, Jesus.
And it looked entertaining, so I know it's not real, and I'm like, okay.
So, Kate, what's your favorite part of Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I think I like when he's in Toontown because it's ridiculous and everything's so happy and obnoxious.
Yeah, and
I think that was, yeah, exactly.
the fake Jessica Rabbit.
Yes. So I think, when he first goes through there and everything, because I do remember watching that part as a kid, being like, "Ooh, what's gonna happen?" But I really liked how ridiculous Toontown is and how shit goes down. He falls from the building, but bad shit doesn't fully happen in Toontown.
And I did like the stark contrast between how bright and clean Toontown is versus how dark and dingy LA is. Yeah,
because it has to have that 1947 noir, almost noir look to it. That very Dick Tracy type feel.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Toontown, the most obnoxiously bright, happy place ever.
Unlike Toontown and Disneyland, which is fucking boring.
And I haven't been to Disneyland. I want to go. I go to Disney World.
I've never been to Disney World.
Yeah, I've never been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World a few times.
I've never been to Florida.
Well, Florida is a special state, and everyone should visit at least once in their life.
Yeah, it's the panhandle of the USA.
It's the armpit of the USA.
No, that's Jersey.
That's true.
No, that's the toxic waste dump of the USA. Sorry, New Jersey listeners.
I mean, Florida kind of looks like it could be like the dick of the U.S.
Yeah.
It's got that shape.
So what would Texas be? The prolapse colon?
Yes, that's exactly what it would be.
Sorry, Texas listeners. We love you.
I know. They're going to be like, nope, we're gone now.
Like, how dare you?
No Whataburger for you. That's fine. Whataburger's fucking gross.
Yeah.
And we just lost all the Texas listeners.
Hey, I like their
gross.
spicy ketchup. Their spicy ketchup is what they've got going for them. And I hate ketchup, but I like their spicy ketchup.
Brian, what is your favorite scene?
My favorite scene would be the reveal that Judge Doom is a cartoon himself.
Remember me, Eddie? When I killed your brother, I talked. Just wait.
Spoilers. Which I would say, if you haven't seen this,
You said
movie
after.
yet, I know, but still, that's what editing is for. But even still, I mean, this is a movie from the 80s. If you haven't seen it by now in the year 2020, what's the matter with you?
Come on, we spoil movies from this year.
That's very true.
That's true.
We give zero fucks.
That's why I have a spoiler warning that I can add to the video or to the audio and video files.
But yeah, that scene is just so terrifying. Like with that cartoon eyes, and then they become knives, and
I wanted to know what he looks like.
Without the mask on?
without the
Yeah.
mask and everything. Maybe he'll come back, because cartoons never truly die.
I think they do with the dip.
Well, maybe someone can redraw him or something. I don't know.
How will they don't know what he looks like?
Let him dream, okay? Just let him dream.
Let me dream, okay? But like doing backgrounds with all this stuff. I found out that Tim Curry had auditioned for Judge Doom, but he didn't get hired because he was too terrifying. I'm like, can I see the audition tape? Like,
right.
Like, how come this was never put on the DVDs or Blu-rays or anything?
When I was reading behind the scenes stuff, I saw that there was some scrapped ideas, and one of them I kind of wish they had kept in, and that was the reveal that Judge Doom was the one that shot Bambi's mom.
Oh, damn.
Dude, like, I would have bawled my eyes out. Like, you murderer!
And here's a fun little fact. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the squeaky shoe that gets put in the dip, that's voiced by Nancy Cartwright, who's the voice of Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty freaking awesome.
In a way, Judge Doom killed Bart Simpson.
Ay, caramba.
Thanks, man.
Ay, caramba.
He's just crushing all the dreams today.
Crushing even more dreams. You know how I love me some casting possibilities. Did you know that Eddie Murphy was originally offered the role for Eddie Valiant, but he turned it down because he thought the movie was stupid?
I don't know if it would have gone over as well.
And that's kind of what I'm thinking is like, I don't see him being Eddie Valiant.
Sometimes when I find out someone auditioned for a role or was the first choice for a role, I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I can't picture anybody except for Bob Hoskins.
Yeah. Well, I would say from Eddie, they had offered it to Bill Murray, but they couldn't get a hold of Bill Murray because, you know, he's Bill Murray.
Right.
And he's like, dude, I would have loved to play that role.
Maybe if you answered your phone.
Yeah, I know, right?
I could actually see
busy
Bill
filming
Murray doing it.
Ghostbusters.
Probably. Well, and that's why, because Murphy was on, I want to say Kimmel or something like that, and they were doing like the fake or real, and they asked him about Ghostbusters and how he turned it down because he thought that movie was stupid. He's like, no, I just, you know, accepted the role for Beverly Hills Cop, so I couldn't do it. So, I mean, I guess it worked out for him because he has 3 Beverly Hills Cops movies.
Yeah.
And a failed pilot for a TV show.
You know, whenever Who Framed Roger Rabbit was made, it was the most expensive movie ever made at that time.
$70 million.
Which comes out to about $150 million now.
Yeah. But it roughly brought in $330 million, which for inflation, I mean,
about a half a billion.
Oh yeah, this movie clearly made it.
I bet this would look cool in 3D.
Plus, there was tons of merchandising. Plus, for a little bit, there was a walk-around character in the Disney parks.
I think there still is.
No, they haven't had them in many years. I actually just recently watched a video on what happened to Roger Rabbit in the parks.
Someone kill him?
No, just Disney suddenly lost interest.
Yeah, I forgot Roger Rabbit's in a lot of the sing along, the Walt Disney World sing along tapes.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't been to Disneyland in close to a decade, so I don't know if it still is, but there was a Roger Rabbit a Roger Rabbit ride at Disneyland.
It's probably gone by now.
I don't know. I mean, Haunted
Well,
Mansion's
because
been
they
there for
used to have
50 years.
Toontown.
They still do.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there. In Disneyland, anyways. I don't know about Disney World.
I would say Disney World never had a Toontown.
No, they don't.
Okay.
And most of their stuff is for the newer generation stuff. So, like, they just put in the Toy Story and Star Wars and.
And see, a lot of the stuff at Disney in California, a lot of the newer properties go over to California Adventure.
So, and then I don't know.
But we still have our Tower of Terror.
Shut up. I'm still butthurt about that.
Pretty sure people here would have a freaking meltdown if it left.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure all of Universal in LA is still around, where ours is all gone.
Yeah, we still have a back lot tour at Universal, so there you go.
Yeah,
that's
true.
We have Harry Potter World.
We have that too.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys still have Jaws and King Kong and all that, right?
You say that like you live here, Brian.
Well, you know what? Maybe I do. I wish
Brian,
I do.
just
not really. I'm terrified of alligators.
Brian, go to Cedar Point, okay?
I have been to Cedar Point.
They're not opening this year.
Well, I mean, that's fine because
it's not, though. It's sad and terrible.
Wait, Cedar Point's not opening this year?
No,
at least according, it's what my brother had said.
Okay, because I watched a video yesterday about like when each state's parks were opening, and like so according to that, they hadn't heard anything from Ohio yet about any parks there.
Yeah, no, they don't want to take the chances of more outbreaks happening. Which, I mean, I don't blame them. Plus, can you imagine the nightmare of having to clean those parks every day?
You know, Disneyland wants to open, but the governor hasn't approved it. Hasn't even set a time frame yet.
I was at Disney
July
World.
11th for Disney World.
Yeah, I was at the 11th and 15th.
You have to make a reservation though to go, and it's like all this craziness. So I'm just gonna wait.
I heard there's like no fast pass anymore. And...
Well, no, because they're not going to actually allow enough people into the park to actually cause long lines. Also, they're going to be doing the queue where you go up and they give you like a time to come back.
So it'll be like the original Fast Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when Fast Passes first came out, like 10 years ago, that's what it was. You went there, you scanned. You didn't have to pay extra for a Fast Pass back then. You scanned your ticket, and it gave you a time frame to come back.
Yep.
Nope. Now they charge extra.
Oh, I know, and it's a fucking lot too.
But yeah, they will be doing all that. So I'm keeping up with that as a pass holder.
You would be a pass holder.
I am, and I am proud of it. We go to Disney all the time. I actually did a challenge to try and ride every ride in the park.
I don't like Disneyland enough to be a pass holder.
It's the cheapest vacation I can get.
I would like to go back one more time just because of all the changes that have been done.
Wait until Guardians opens.
Or come here and go on Guardians.
Yeah, but if you come here, then you could do all the new Star Wars stuff that we have here too.
We have new Star Wars stuff here too. Ours opens first.
Disney World has more. We have more parks.
Doesn't mean it's better.
But it is.
But it's not.
But I haven't been there and you haven't been here, so we can't officially say.
I can say it just based on the fact that you guys have a cheap knockoff of Haunted Mansion and a cheap knockoff of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Our Haunted Mansion's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
But we have the Tower of Terror and you guys got rid of yours.
Shut up.
And that will always be the one thing that just digs in there.
Yeah. But, at least with Pirates, I can yell yo-ho and not get in trouble.
It's true. Although they had to go and take, people got butt hurt over selling wenches. So
yeah.
They had to go ahead and take that out of there, and they put Red in there, who is like a badass though. Like if you look at her, she looks freaking amazing.
Just like it used to be where the men were chasing women, now they're chasing plates of food.
Oh,
Although-
ours here, the women still chase the men around.
Oh yeah, I think here they changed it to the women chasing the men, and then like a couple times it's like men chasing women, but it's because they're carrying trays of food instead of it just.
Oh no, this one here,
Instead of it just
they're just chasing
being
them.
men chasing women.
But yeah, and now they are selling stuff from the wealthy.
That makes sense though. Pirates would be yeah.
But they did get rid of the mermaids in the ride, including the dead mermaid. They got rid of her.
We haven't had mermaids in a long, long time in ours.
Well, now I don't
we
want
didn't.
that ride at all.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
No, they
Jeff's
just
in the
destroyed
ride now.
everything that I loved about it as a child. That's what you're telling me.
You like selling wenches? Is that what that is?
You know, before Jack Sparrow showed up.
Yeah, so you liked selling wenches. You said everything before they changed it.
Well, you know, yeah, make money somehow, right? I mean,
But the ride, I mean, it's not bad.
They just
But-
removed the human trafficking portion of it. That's all.
Exactly.
Brian, you support human trafficking? What the fuck?
No, we're just gonna
I was
put you on the
move
hot
on. We
seat.
don't need it. We don't need any issues there. Move on.
Long
Oh,
story
so,
short, I miss Disney.
What are you guys' ratings of Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
After thinking long and hard, I believe this is going to be my first 5 of the show. So I'm going to give it 5 out of 5. They just want the rabbit.
I'm gonna go with 4.5 out of 5 weasels.
Damn, Kate's got to fuck everything up. I'm going with 5 out of 5 barrels of dip.
I do just have to fuck everything up.
Is it because one of the weasels was like in a straitjacket? Is that it?
No, I just, I like the movie a lot. I don't, I think that the dialogue and everything is perfect, but I don't know, I just feel it's a 4.5 out of 5.
Wow. Curious what's going to be her first 5.
I don't know. It'll actually take me a lot to get to a 5. There are some movies, though, that I would tell you I'd rate a 5. And actually, one of the movies that I picked for later will be a 5. So,
Okay.
but I'm not telling you which one.
All right, Brian, I know last week you said no cartoons as hotties of the week. This movie not only has a hot-ass cartoon, it does have humans. Do you have a hottie of the week this week?
Well, the difference between last week and this week is that last week they were all kids, right? I mean, we still can't specify that enough. They were kids.
Teenagers. They were like 17.
Teenagers.
Yes,
So-
I get it. I get it.
Still underage.
Still
Right.
underage. Just got to
Still
point
underage
that
in
out.
50 states.
There's a big no-no. This one, though, I mean, Jessica Rabbit. I mean, I don't care. She's a cartoon, right?
I mean, if you didn't go with Jessica Rabbit, I would say there was something wrong with you.
Yeah. Although Baby Herman's handler is pretty hot, too.
Yeah, but I never caught her name in the movie.
Yeah, me too. All right. So, Kate, what are we watching next week?
We're watching a movie that I'm really excited to see what your thoughts are of this movie. And it's called Kung Fu Yoga
Kung
with
Fu
Jackie
Yoga.
Chan. So I am excited to see what you guys will think.
Well, I'll let
You're
you-
going to hear it, all right.
I'll let you know
Oh,
after
I'm
I
sure.
watch it.
I'm sure. Just remember what I said earlier. I like to pick movies just to see what you guys will think of them.
That's fair. You guys got anything else?
Kids stay in school. Oh, wait, no, you can't do that.
No.
No.
School set
Yeah, I got nothing.
summer.
Yeah, who knew that Alice Cooper was a prophet?
Forever. Pretty much. Predicting that COVID.
You got anything, Kate?
Nah, think I'm good.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for tuning in, and we will catch you next week at the movies.
Bye.
Peace out.
Saturday night